Good morning, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, and members of the global environmental community. It is a privilege to welcome you all to the 2024 International Summit on Climate Action and Resilience, held here in the vibrant city of Auckland. We convene at a pivotal moment, a time when the urgency of our collective action cannot be overstated. I extend my gratitude to the organizing committee, our sponsors, and the countless individuals whose dedication has brought us together. Your unwavering commitment to addressing the climate crisis inspires hope and renews our shared purpose. Before we dive into the heart of today's discussions, allow me to acknowledge the tangata whenua, people of the land, of this region. We gather here on the ancestral and unceded lands of the Ngāti Whātua, RRK. Let us pay our respects to their enduring relationship with Papatūānuku, Earth Mother, and Tangaroa, God of the Sea, a relationship rooted in deep knowledge and care for the natural world, one from which we have much to learn. To open our proceedings, I invite you to join me in a Karakia.
Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mākina kina ki uta, kia mātaratara ki tai, e hi ake ana te atakura, he teo, he huka, he huhu, Te Reo Maori.
Let the winds blow from the west. Let the winds blow from the south. Let the breeze be sharp on land. Let the breeze be cold on sea. Let the dawn rise red. A touch of frost, a touch of snow, a breath of life. Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand here today, the evidence of climate change is irrefutable, and its impacts are devastatingly apparent. Among the hardest hit are coastal communities, where rising sea levels, intensified storms, and ocean acidification threaten not just livelihoods but lives. In the past decade alone, global sea levels have risen by an average of 3.7 millimeters per year, a figure that belies the human stories of displacement, economic ruin, and cultural loss. Entire villages in the Pacific Islands have been forced to relocate, and iconic coastlines, from the Arctic to the Maldives, are eroding at alarming rates. Let me paint a picture for you. In the low-lying regions of Bangladesh, saltwater intrusion has rendered agricultural lands barren, pushing families to migrate into already crowded urban centers. Across the Atlantic, in Louisiana's bayous, indigenous communities are now climate refugees, their ancestral lands submerged underwater. This is not a distant reality, it is unfolding as we speak. What drives these catastrophic changes? The answer is twofold: anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions, and the failure to implement large-scale mitigation and adaptation strategies. Atmospheric carbon dioxide levels have surpassed 420 parts per million, the highest in over 3 million years. This spike is not merely a number, it signifies more intense hurricanes fueled by warmer ocean waters, and coral reefs, critical biodiversity hotspots, bleaching and dying. Colleagues, we must prioritize nature-based solutions to protect our coastlines. The restoration of mangroves and wetlands, which act as natural storm barriers, is not just an ecological necessity, but a cost-effective strategy to build resilience. At the same time, blue carbon ecosystems, such as seagrass meadows and tidal marshes, must be preserved and expanded. These ecosystems sequester carbon dioxide at rates far exceeding terrestrial forests, yet they remain among the most threatened habitats globally. Let me be clear, we cannot afford incremental progress. We need a transformational shift, one that prioritizes not only emissions reduction, but equity and justice. Coastal communities, particularly in the global south, contribute the least to global emissions, yet bear the brunt of their impacts. This summit must serve as a platform for bold commitments. I urge each of you, scientists, policymakers, activists, and industry leaders, to leave here not with mere resolutions, but with actionable strategies. Strategies that ensure funding for climate adaptation projects, enforce stricter marine pollution controls, and hold accountable those industries that profit at the expense of our planet's future. Together, we must amplify the voices of those most affected, and integrate their knowledge into our solutions. Let us not forget that protecting our coasts is also about protecting identities, histories, and ways of life that have existed for millennia. Before I conclude, allow me to provide some logistical updates for the rest of the summit. Our breakout sessions will commence immediately after this keynote address. Please refer to the printed or digital agenda for room assignments. For those attending the session on innovative financing for coastal resilience, it will be held in Hall C. The exhibition area, featuring cutting-edge climate technologies, is located in the East Wing. We encourage you to visit during your breaks. Finally, this evening's networking dinner will begin at 7 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. It is an opportunity to connect, exchange ideas, and foster the collaborations necessary for meaningful action. In closing, I thank you for your attention, your expertise, and your unwavering dedication to safeguarding our shared future. Let us seize this moment, not for ourselves but for the generations to come. Thank you.